I'm LB.
And I'm your girl, Letti.
And let's talk boxing. So on Saturday, yesterday we had an amazing night of boxing.
It was amazing.
We did. We had an amazing card, PBC. They had an amazing card all the way from the beginning fights, starting with Brandon Lee, all the way through Errol Spence.
Yes.
There's so many fights.
It was an action night.
Action-packed night. So first off, let's start off with the co-main event. We had PITBULL CRUZ versus Yuriorkis Gamboa.
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you feel about that fight?
Man, I knew that fight was going to end like that. I was rooting for Gamboa to win, but just Gamboa's last few fights, they ended in knockout. So I expected PITBULL CRUZ to come out and do what he did, knock Gamboa out. And I didn't think he was going to knock him out in the first round, but PITBULL CRUZ came out just doing what he does. So knock Gamboa out the first. I feels like he knocked him down like almost every round that they were going. But not much to say. But again, I kind of knew the fight was going to end like that with PITBULL CRUZ. And he did his thing. What do you think?
I was actually surprised by the fight. Coming into the fight, I thought Gamboa was actually going to put up a much better fight. He showed up in shape, and I thought PITBULL CRUZ, coming in a pound over half, I thought he maybe didn't train as well, so I expected him to come in a little sluggish. And then just by Gamboa actually having the height advantage, I was like, man, I felt like he would be get up for the fight. So I thought it was going to be a much competitive fight, and then as the fight started to happen, I was like, man, he was hurting him so easy. Yeah. And then Gamboa, but you could see how savvy Gamboa was, because he was recovering. He knew how to recover. And then so after the first time, I was like, okay. He got hurt. I'm like, okay, now that he recovers, maybe he's gonna be more disciplined. You know what I mean? He gonna have his hands up because all right, I can't play around. This guy really got some power after he tasted it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I thought. But then after he recovered, he still was without that cocky stuff. He was still, with his hands down, acting like it wasn't nothing. And he continued to get wobbled round after round. Wobbled. Yeah, and with this type of performance from Gamboa, I was I really thought that it was gonna be close, but then it almost feels like he should retire. He's been in so many wars. He's been wobbled by so many different people, like Terrence Crawford. He's had wars, with Tank. He's taking a lot of shots, and for him to get just blown through like this, it was his legs looked shaky. He didn't look stable legs from the beginning, and I was like, oh, maybe just because he got hurt. But even when he recovered, it didn't feel strong. So it may be time, but we'll see, because I don't even know who you're gonna match him up with at this point. Gamboa, anyways.
Yeah, and I didn't even know he was 40.
He's 40.
He looks great for being 40. Oh, yeah. I did not know he was in his 40s, so he looked good physically, but just in the ring. Fight, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought he had a lot more fight in him than what we saw. And I guess we could say the odds makers got this one right, because CRUZ was a heavy favorite, and I honestly didn't think he was that much of a heavy favorite, but he stepped in the ring and showed it.
Yeah, and a lot of people are gonna say it's controversial because Tank didn't knock Gamboa down to the 11th round. So
yes.
A lot of people were saying that he was going to last longer with PITBULL CRUZ, because with Tank he lasted almost the full 12 rounds. But CRUZ got him on the first round, second round. It seemed like every round, and they got him out by the 5th round. So he has a bright future ahead of himself.
Yeah, and I would say with this performance, this was a really good performance, because he's kind of like what you said. There's a lot of questions saying, like you said, with Tank in his hand, but I think this just cemented, because no one has blown through Gamboa like that ever. So that is a testament to his performance. Yeah. I didn't think it was in him, so kudos to him.
Mm-hmm. Kudos to him.
All right, so with that performance from CRUZ, who do you want to see him fight next? I feel like 135, there's just so many options that could be made.
Well, they were talking about the Ryan Garcia one, and I would like to see that or Jojo Diaz fight. I think it would be cool to see.
Yeah.
Actually, I have top 3 who I'd like to see. I wouldn't be mad if it was either Ryan Garcia, Jojo Diaz, or Rayo. I think I want to see one of those.
Yeah, I like all the fights too.
Yeah.
The Ryan Garcia and the JoJo one, I think there's less chance of that being made just because they're on DAZN. But I think that that PBC is actually, they might actually do that with Rayo being the same. They're both of the PBC. We know that Rayo's already called him out. They asked Pitbull in his post-fight interview. He said that he's down to make it happen. So I think that makes sense. I wouldn't mind. I think that makes the most sense. I would say Rayo. And honestly, there's no way I can see. Ryan can say all that, but there's no way I can see Golden Boy putting him in there with Pitbull. We know how. They're trying to save that boy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I would like to see that both come forward. They're very explosive. They love to hit. They could take hits. That would be a really good fight to see.
Thanks for tuning in.
And catch us on our next episode of Let's Talk Boxing.